Hello guys, and today we are making stuffed bell peppers. I've already started the process so that I could just walk you through step by step what I've done so that it'll be a lot easier. So I have 3 bell peppers here that I've already cut the tops off and cleaned out. And you can choose to do this or not. What I did was I boiled my bell peppers for 3 minutes. I brought a pot of water to boil enough to where the water would cover the pepper, and boiled them for 3 minutes before I baked them. Before I stuffed them, then baked them. But you can choose to do that or not. In this bowl, I have some ground beef that I've already ground up with some fresh garlic, some diced tomatoes, and some tomato sauce and tomato paste. I'm going to mix that with my noodles here. Over here, I have another bowl which has ground beef that I ground up with the same thing, the garlic, onion, diced tomatoes, and that's it for that. And then I have here some General Tso's chicken. I used the stir fry sauce, and I tossed it with some peppers, onions, and we're gonna stuff that into a pepper as well. And then I have some rice that I'm gonna use for a couple of the peppers that I'm gonna stuff. I have my cheeses and sauces here. This is tomato paste, tomato sauce, some Parmesan cheese, and some mozzarella cheese that I shredded up. So I'm gonna go over here and start with this one since I actually already started with it. I'm just gonna mix in a few of these noodles. Don't need many. That was my stove. I actually already preheated my stove. And there's so many ideas you can do with the stuffed peppers. I have so many ideas in mind, but I said, you know what, let me just keep it simple, because I really could have went out there with this one, but I'm going to keep it simple. But most of you, you know how to, of course, create and do what you do. So I'm going to stuff that in the first one. My pasta and my noodles. And we're going to bake these covered for 10 minutes and then uncovered for 10. Now you can do yours longer or you can do them shorter. That is totally up to you. And I'm going to top this one with some mozzarella cheese. Like I said, I like to keep it simple because I don't want to do things so far-fetched that people are like, well, I can't do that. Well, if you can't do it, you can always do it your way. But at the same time, we want to do things that, others can do as well that won't be, anything hard or anything. So we're going to bake that like that. And the second one, I'm going to do my chicken. And again, all I did was I took a thin chicken breast. I cut it up. I cut up some peppers that I had and onions. And I literally cooked it in the skillet for 5 minutes, probably a little shorter than that. And the only reason being is it's going in the oven. And you don't want to have overcooked food, because whenever you're going to put some in the oven, especially for another 20 minutes, you don't want it to be, overdone. So sometimes, like my noodles are al dente that I put in this pepper, because I don't want them to be mushy or overcooked. So I'm going to put some of this rice in here. And I'm going to mix this up before I put it in the pepper with the General Tso's sauce. Okay, and I'm going to put that in this pepper. And I just use some basic seasonings for the chicken. Just a little salt, pepper. And the reason being is because I mix it in that sauce. So we didn't need too many flavors going. Sometimes you can mess up your food that way, trying to do too much. Sometimes less is best. And it turns out amazing. There we go. I'll set that one there. And last but not least, I'm going to also put some tomato sauce. Now this is the most basic recipe that most people do when it comes to the stuffed bell pepper. It's some basic, just ground beef, with some tomato paste, tomato sauce, and rice. So I'm gonna mix that up. And this one, I'm gonna add a little bit of my Parmesan cheese. And I'm gonna add that into the third pepper. Now this one, I'm going to just add some of my rice. And you can mix the rice throughout, or you could just add some in with your pepper. I don't really want a lot of rice in this one, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. That'll be up to you how you want to do yours. And then I'm going to add some more of my sauce. And I'm going to add some cheese. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bake these covered first. And then I'm going to bake them in this pan because I need to be able to cover it. And I need something that was deep enough to cover it. And this was the only pan I had that was deep enough to cover it. So I'm going to place them inside here. Before I put them in the oven, I'm going to add a little bit of water. Here, I'll come over here so you can see. I'm going to add a little bit of water in here at the bottom, just a little bit, and then I'm going to cover them up. And I'm going to bake these again on 350 for 10 minutes covered, and then I'm going to bake them after the timer goes off for 10 minutes uncovered. And then when I come back, I'll be showing you all the finished product. So thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this quick, simple, and easy recipe. It may have taken me 10 minutes to prep, and this amount of, well, 10 minutes to prep, well, 15 minutes to prep, and about 20 minutes to cook. So thank you so much and have a good day.